Hey, what's going on, Dusty Hikers? Alan here with DustyHikers.com. I've got another video. I've recorded like 10 videos in the last 5 days, and I am just sort of blitzed mentally. I'm going to talk to you about the Merrell Moab Speed versus the Salomon X Ultra Pioneer Aero. Now, the Merrell Moab Speed was the same shoe that Keanu Reeves was wearing in the movie Speed. Just kidding. So again, I spent over a month at this point in these shoes. I tested these shoes. I have like real test data, even head-to-head test data for both of these shoes. And so that's what I'm going to share with you all if you're in the market. It looks like the Merrell Moab Speed right now is becoming kind of a big deal. The Pioneer X Ultra, the Salomon X Ultra Pioneer Aero. That is such a mouthful, Salomon. I don't know if it's taking off or not, but it looks like the Merrell Moab Speed might be. So the Merrell Moab Speed is the shoe that won the testing that I did. If you want to go check out that video, it's on my YouTube channel. It's called Testing 5 Hiking Shoes and Picking a Winner. There's also shoes on there that I like more than the Salomon X Ultra Pioneer Aero. So if the Merrell Moab Speed is not quite your speed, in that video you might find another shoe that kind of might work for you, like the Vasque Satoto Trail LT, which I love. I like walk it to work, and I'm at work in that shoe all day because it's just amazing. Okay, how much money do you have? The Salomon X Ultra Pioneer Aero, nailed it. It's about $110 on Amazon, and that's basically, I think, exactly how much money I spent 45 days ago on that shoe. I think that's a very good cost to value ratio. The shoe's got a lot of features packed into it. It also looks cool, and it's got a rock plate. It's got decent tread on it. It's really not a lot of complaints. I don't like this shoe. I really don't like this shoe. I've tried so hard with Salomon, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep buying Salomon and testing them, but every time I do, there's just something weird about the shoe that doesn't quite fit my foot. The Merrell Moab Speed, on the other hand, was, I think it was $130 when I bought it. And this shoe right here, the Brindle, on Amazon, I just looked, and the size 12, which was this, was like $220. But the other sizes for this exact shoe on Amazon were like $110. I'm not quite sure why that is, but maybe it's like Amazon has some kind of like algorithm, and they know that the size 12 is like everybody wants a size 12, so they jack the price up. I'm not sure. Hey, if you want to purchase either of these shoes, or really any hiking shoe, consider using the links in the description of this video. I get a few dollars from Amazon if you do that, and it helps the channel out, helps me buy more shoes so I can continue doing testing and sharing all that amazing test data with you. Thank you. Is traction on the trail important to you? If traction on the trail is important, then you definitely want to go with the Merrell Moab Speed. This has the Eco Dura compound from Vibram, which is cool because it's 30% recycled material. When I tested these shoes, they came in second after the Vasque Satoto Trail LT, which have the Mega Grip compound, which is just amazing. I've tested the Mega Grip compound many times now, and it always wins. It always like beats all the other compounds because it's just so incredibly grippy. But again, this shoe did come in second place, and I think for being 30% recycled material, I think that is fine, right? This shoe, on the other hand, came in second to last. It only beat the Continental compound that's on the Adidas Terrex Swift R3. Contagrip, I've sort of like, here it is right here. I've redubbed Contagrip Conta Slip. It's not very grippy. And so, when I test these, I'm in my garage, AKA my advanced footwear research laboratory, and I'm holding onto a suspension strap trainer, which is attached to the ceiling behind me, and I'm leaning forward, and then I'm out on my toes, and I just kind of like inch backwards until it starts to slip, and then I bring it back up to where it doesn't slip, and then I record where those inches are, and I just compare all 5 shoes, and the shoe that's able to go out the farthest is the one that wins, and then, second place, third place, so on and so forth. This shoe did not perform very well, and in walking in these shoes for over a month now, I just pick a different shoe each day, and when I'm wearing this shoe on those few days here in South Texas when it was rainy, if I'm just like walking at work, if the pavement was was wet, these were super, super slippery. I mean, to the point where you felt unsafe slippery. The Vibram, on the other hand, do not have that problem. They're pretty grippy even on wet surfaces. So Salomon, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't think Contagrip is very good. I think that you should stop spending money investing or developing Contagrip and just go with Vibram because it's way better. Hey, you are above average. Most people at this point have stopped watching this video, and you're still here. You're still here spending time with me talking about these shoes that I love. Why don't we celebrate by you hitting like on this video so that we can send it out to more people exactly like you who are interested in this kind of content. Thank you. Is protection underfoot important to you? Well, if that is really important to you, and I think that it should be important for all of us, especially for those of us that are, 51 like me and have tender feet, then either of these shoes will work. Both of these shoes have rock plates. So one of the tests that I do is I put one shoe on each foot and then I just step on a rock in my advanced footwear research laboratory. These shoes tied for second place in that competition. When I had this shoe on one foot and this shoe on the other, I could just not tell the difference between the two. So they're essentially, it was like a dead heat. Both of these again have rock plates. They have quite squishy midsoles and they have pretty deep lugs and pretty thick soles as well. You're going to be fine with either of those shoes if protection on the trail is important to you. If you're like me, comfort is perhaps the most important consideration when you're in a hiking shoe, especially if you're going on a multi-day hike where you're walking 5, 6, 7 hours a day. It's really just comes down to comfort. I don't even care if they're a little bit slippery or slippery on the trail. I just want to be comfortable. I don't want sore feet at the end of the day. This shoe is the shoe again that won this competition, and it also won this section just specifically on comfort. So for comfort, what I do is I just have a series of considerations like, are they ready out of the box? If I wear them all day and walk in them all day, am I really ready to get them off my feet or not? Do they cause blisters? Do the laces stay tied? And so on and so forth. And this shoe actually won that section of the competition for comfort. Very comfortable shoes. It's got a really nice sole contour in it that's going to work for a lot of feet. So it does have arch support, but it's not so high that it's like causing issues. This is now the shoe. If I'm going to go on a hike, I bring this shoe after 45, almost 2 months at this point. And I have all those other shoes in my closet, but if I'm gonna go on a hike, I bring this shoe because it's simply more comfortable and it just performs better. It's super light and it's awesome. Okay, last consideration, do you want to look good on the trail? It's really, objective, right? It's what you're into. I think the Salomon X Ultra Pioneer Aero has too long of a name, but I do think that they look good. I think Salomon did a really good job in styling. I like the color. I like this mixing and matching of leather with the mesh. I think that these are, very breathable. I live here in South Texas and my feet did not sweat in these. However, I think the Merrell Moab Speed just look better. This is the brindle version. There's an all black version and there's another one. I don't remember what it looks like, but they look better, but they're also just better shoes. They perform better as a hiker, as a lightweight, low top hiker. Merrell Moab Speed, way to go Merrell. Once again, you won the competition and you're awesome. Okay, that's it. I will see you guys in the next one.